Welcome to the Michiana Business Podcast, where we put local legends and businesses in the spotlight for everyone in our area to see. If you love small businesses and success stories, then you're in the right place. You're listening to the Michiana Business Podcast with your friends, hosts, and owners of industrial office cleaning right here in Michiana, Caitlin and Alonzo Perdomo.
Okay, guys, I'm here with another awesome person that take the time to spend it with us and share the knowledge that she has. So I'm here with the Industrial Office Cleaning, a sponsor. The podcast is sponsored by the Office Cleaning, Industrial Office Cleaning. I'm sorry, I'm kind of nervous today. I don't know why, but here we go. So, Grace, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, introduce yourself to the public, and see they can know more about you?
Yeah, so my name is Grace Hernandez, and I work with KSS Enterprises. Work mainly in the Indiana territory. So we are a distributor that covers Michigan and northern Indiana primarily. We do everything from cleaning and custodial supplies and materials to packaging, kind of servicing everything from front of the door to the back of the door, essentially in regards to facility supplies.
Wow. That was one of the questions that I was going to ask you. What is KSS? KSS?
Yeah, so we started out, it was originally Kalamazoo Sanitary Supply, and we are actually celebrating 75 years of being in business this year. So in 1945, it was purchased and turned into KSS Enterprises. But yeah, originally it was Kalamazoo Sanitary Supply, but we've grown and kind of developed into different areas and added on more different segments of the market and things to really be able to help our customers in a lot of different areas than just one specified thing like chemicals.
Awesome. So basically you guys kind of take over, try to help as much as you can to the clients that you guys serve, like products, packaging, and making the life easy to the clients, right?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, in today's world, everybody wants things pretty quickly and they want to, a lot of times get things all in one. So we're just trying to help our customers best and being able to service in all those areas.
That is awesome. Well, let me ask you again this question so you can refresh that question. When did KSSA establish?
Yeah, so as I said, we're celebrating 75 years. So established in 1945. By Tom Hill Sr. and Tom Hill Jr. Starting out, they purchased Kalamazoo Sanitary Supply and then really went on from there. So they both actually worked for Hilliard Chemical, which is one of our main chemical manufacturers that we supply. And they came from that world and, being quite niche and wanting to really take that and sell to a lot of different areas and be able to sell the whole package. So that's kind of where the idea came from and the growth started.
That is awesome. So they started basically from scratch, right?
Yeah, I mean, there was a company formerly there, but they've really were able to take it and grow with it.
Yeah, that's the fun part. I think is the last part. Grow with it. So where's the website or where they can find you guys?
Yep, so you can find us at www.kssenterprises.com. And on there, obviously, it has a lot of different information from catalog, but also there's a blog on there with additional information, hot topics, things that would be relevant, hopefully to the season that we're in or what might be going on, especially this year with all that's happened with COVID.
How stressful it's been for you guys? Because I know for everybody it's been like upside down. How stressful it's been for you guys to get the materials that the other people demand them, like masks, gloves, what else did they demand? Sanitize. How stressful is for you guys to go through that?
Yeah, I mean, we really strive and push to be a helpful source for our customers and to be reliable in that area. And obviously with everything going on, there was a huge stress and a lot of ups and downs in regards to our market and the supply and demand, and that continues to kind of go up and down. But I think our leadership from the beginning, okay, we have to change the way we're looking at things, change the way in which we're buying so that we can be prepared and ready for what might be coming our way. So although, yes, there has been some stressful times, I think overall we've done a really nice job to be prepared and trying to catch up. Again, there are some natural supply and demand issues that we saw across the board, and I think, just from going into a regular grocery store, you saw obviously those different changes that were going on. But for us, it was, hey, how can we be proactive in going after this to be, when things do get caught up, to be that first person to have things and be ready for helping our customers.
That is also mindset. I hear like a lot about mindset, like you got to take it as negative right now, but what can we do to come positive? So that's really awesome that you guys doing all that for you, for the customers you have. So let me ask you this. Can you tell us a little bit of the difference? How is different buying from a company like you guys than just go like buy regular supplies for grocery stores or Lowe's or Menards? So how different is that? Can you give us a little feedback on that?
Yeah. So obviously, big box stores are starting to come more and more into the spaces that we have traditionally been in. And I think for us, the biggest part is having that local representation, that person to actually go to and help. Going on to a website or just being in the cleaning world. There's thousands and thousands of different products and situations, and to understand and have a good idea of facility that it's going into, the goal that's behind it, the training that goes into using the chemical or using the equipment, to be able to have an actual person to help you and walk you through those things, and hopefully add value into that overall cost of your cleaning, more so than just the supply side. So I think where we are able to help in a little different aspect in a big box store is to have that person to go to ask the questions, to be kind of your, person on the shoulder, being able to give you the advice as needed and help you to perform in your role as best as you can.
Yeah. It's like I want to add up a little bit. I think it's really different when you when a lot of cleaning companies just focus and just try to save money here, save money there. But in the long run, when you buy it for the right industrial that is professional and kind of give you advice like this chemical can damage the surface, this not, instead they just go buy it for your own. And it's not bad. I mean, every chemical works, but
right,
when somebody is there and kind of show you exactly why you need to buy that product, for what kind of floor, what kind of surface, and all that nonsense. So it's pretty awesome. So
yeah. We like to say we make toilet paper complicated because you never thought that it could be. But when you get into this world and this industry, there are just so many options and things that are out there that you didn't know about. And it does get pretty complicated.
Yeah, it is crazy because if you think about it, when you get into this world of cleaning, it's really important. And it's also very important how to use the chemicals and what kind of chemical for each stain, because each stain, let's go to a carpet floor, you have to know what kind of chemical to remove the stain, or maybe you damage the surface. So it's really crazy. Well,
there's a lot more science behind it than most people realize. So it's very true.
Yeah. So let me ask you this question. When you try to help your clients, do you recommend them to buy in bulk, or it's better to just buy like, okay, buy a little package right here, buy a little package? How do you guide them to your customers in that side?
Yeah, everybody has a different situation. So in general terms, I think a trend of the past was to order things in bulk and almost have this like supply room where things could be taken out of and distributed from. But I would say as we have moved forward, a lot more in the trend is to have things more just in time. So ordering things as needed and keeping an amount, maybe let's say 2-3 weeks of demand on hand, and then ordering more frequently to kind of keep up with it. From a cost standpoint, you never know what can happen when you have these large amounts of supply on hand, all these different pieces, and even just storage and all. There's a lot of different factors that go into it, obviously, but I'd say now we're really seeing people move away from the bulk buying to more of the just-in-time buying.
Okay, so you and personally wise, do you recommend it buy in bulk, or you recommend it just like as they go? What do you?
I usually recommend as they go. Obviously, there's a lot more conversation that happens between, the sales consultant and the customer to determine what's going to be best for that facility. So I'm not saying it's never a good idea, but most of the time we see that as they go is a better route.
Awesome. So let me ask you this question, because I'm sure it's a lot of cleaning companies or people that want to start their cleaning company business, and they don't know anything about for example, like the chemicals, OSHA, or anything those lines.
Mhm.
Do you hope those kind of people, let's say I show up to your place and I say, hey, I'm new in this business, I really want to learn. Do you guys kind of hope that guy like me, or you're like, here's, you tell me, I don't want I don't want to say anything that you won't say.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great point, and it is something that we really focus on in regards to training and information and being that source for people. So I'd say, coming off of our street and just coming into our showroom, most likely if you're a new person that's wanting to get into this business, that you would be set up with some type of sales consultant like myself or someone locally that would then connect with you and really get a better feel for what all you're trying to do, what goals you have, what type of facility you guys are focusing on, and really put together a plan from there. And then as a company, we do expos over the summertime, which are large training programs that we put on. We also do lunch and learns, different types of more specified, I think, by season that really focus on, let's say, a new technology that's coming out or a hot trend or topic in our industry. Obviously, this year it's been a little tricky to be able to have some of those events, be a little more creative, but we even did some webinar live events where we went through, again, changes that were happening and updates that we had on our industry to really help and connect with people in a different way. So I would say overall, we love the people that are, new and coming into this and eager to learn, because we are eager to help and to, bring them into our world and help them to be successful.
For sure. Do you have any of those links that you want to share to people, or they say like, follow this link so you can learn more about this kind of chemicals seminars that we have, or how do you get in contact with the person that does the seminar so they can guide you through those training programs, because it's very important to be trained in the field right now with the COVID-19. So do you have any those links that you can throw up there for people?
Yeah, I can definitely pass along. I don't know if you can connect them onto this afterwards, but on our website, there's a section under training that would show any upcoming events. Obviously, that would probably be the first spot to look, and that's also where you can register for the events online. And then from there, if there's additional, we're always open to one-on-one training. So if there's something that we're not providing that you're looking for, you can also just call either your rep or call into one of our offices and request some more information, trying to understand, what we might be able to provide or put on for you in your facility.
Awesome. This is a really good information, guys. If you guys don't take advantage of this, I'm going to take advantage of this. I'm going to be with this every time that you guys have it. Anyway, thank you so much. The other question that I have, do you have any guidelines already in your facility or in the store when they walk in, like for COVID-19, like packages, like, hey, this is the chemical that we can use to sanitize the surface. How long is the time that they have to be this chemical there to kill the virus? Or you have anything like that to guide people that walk into your showroom or your store?
Yeah, so again, it does kind of get into some of the details of where and what they're trying to do and what types of surfaces, what type of facility, obviously, in regards to what's going to be the best fit, because there's a lot of different ways to do it. And I think that's what's so hard right now, is there's just so much information out there in regards to COVID and cleaning and disinfectants. And so we try to, work with you on that and set you up to put a program in place of what that would look like, from, like you said, the disinfectants, making sure that they're EPA registered, that you understand the dwell times. And when I say dwell times, how long the chemical stays wet on the surface for it to be effective against COVID-19. And then maybe it's in regards to what type of equipment you're using. What is the PPE items that you're using? All of those different pieces that we help to put as like a full program really depends on the goals and what that facility is doing. So I would say, yes, we definitely have different things, and we have some more generic, job cards and that are kind of by industry or even by areas of facility. So we have like a job card for office cleaning. We have a job card for schools. We have a job card for restrooms that really walks through the different steps and processes, the equipment needed, the PPE needed, and the chemicals that should be used for those different areas. Those are all things that we work on to provide and be of help, because like I said, there is so much information out there. So we try and make it a little more streamlined so you know exactly what you need.
Yeah, and this is, I just want to kind of take a little step back, like where you said like it's all the clinicals up there that you can go buy in Lowe's, Menards, or any of you other stores. But if they don't have the package like that, like kind of telling them what to use, what kind of chemical, how long it's got to give with the area so it kills the germs. That is, I think, is very important. Why we have to go to a company like you that you guys have janitorial supplies like this industrial. So that's
Right.
really good. So let me ask you another question. Is it let me see. What do you hear about electrostars? Like it's like the gun and you spray it and it kind of all the electrostars. Can you give us a little feedback if you have any information about that? That'd be
Yeah.
great. A lot of people, what I see, they hear about that and they're like, what is that? So if
Mhm.
you can give us another lesson, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'd say that is one of those pieces of technology that has really blown up, I guess, through COVID in regards to its awareness. The technology itself, electrostatic technology, has been out for some time. It actually originated in agriculture when they would go through and spray the pesticides on plants, right? The bugs smart and they'd hide underneath a leaf. So
Mhm.
they needed something that would give complete coverage. So that's really some of these companies have now taken that type of technology and they brought it into the cleaning world to get complete coverage. So with, like you said, these different types of, there's a lot of different companies out there, but they essentially have a piece of equipment that charges the chemical and goes out and essentially it has a negative positive effect, right? Kind of like a magnet where they don't want to sit on top of each other, but rather sit next to one another. And that's really what creates that coverage and that enveloping effect. So that if I go up and I'm spraying, let's say like a grab bar in a restroom, like a handicap restroom, if I'm spraying the front of that, what's happening is instead of it all piling up and pooling on the front side, it's actually wrapping around that entire grab bar. So why that's helpful in today's world is obvious, right? We want to make sure that we're hitting all these different small areas, not only from a health standpoint and making sure we're getting that coverage, but also from the labor side of it. And the detail of going through and wiping and spraying all of these different spots can be quite tedious. So it's a piece of technology and something that I think is only going to continue to advance and increase in popularity as we move forward.
If you're in the Michiana area and would like to have us put your business or story out there for everyone to hear, sign up at michianabusinesspodcast.com. Until next time, thanks for listening.